The presence of Ebola in the United States found many hospitals unprepared. Poor EHR workflow design was an issue, as was privacy and security lapses. AHIMA's subject matter expert sat down to offer takeaways and lessons learned on the HIM implications of Ebola.
When releasing information pertaining to Ebola, I would really be cautious and verify identity of who the information is being released to. Clearly, if it's the patient, that's one thing. If it's family members, why is it being released? What is the purpose of the release? Just make sure it's, you're strictly following the minimum necessary rule when it comes to the release of Ebola information. And inform the patient if they are requesting all of their records, regarding Ebola, what that information is, what their rights are as a patient to that information.
The whole time this is all going on, you are going to hear lots of calls for transparency, and the media will say that the best way to deal with this is total transparency, but you don't want to do that. You want to start off with a conservative response, and make sure you have the patient's permission. Limit your comments to the accepted, critical, stable, deceased, or treated and released, and you don't want to get beyond that without the patient's permission.
And the lesson learned really needs to be that we have an ongoing process to look at how the EHR is supporting clinical workflow, clinical process, communications among caregivers. And so whereas the EHR vendors have now sort of backed up a little bit relative to addressing the Ebola issue or problem in the hospitals, we really need to do that on an ongoing basis. We can't just be in a constantly reactive mode. It has to sort of evolve all the time. And the best way really to address that is through some sort of a governance process. Governance process that includes all of the stakeholders, all of the multidisciplinary caregivers that are involved with using the EHR and taking care of patients.
This has been Mary Butler reporting for the Journal of AHIMA.